There is no accidents in this universe. This video is finding the people that I need to find. This is how this universe works. You might think that it works in logic and computer algorithms. That's what it seems. But there is an energy governing all of that. And that is how this landed on your page. Because life is very different, can be very different when you are seeing the reality of what's happening around you. These things, like this particular video popping up on your screen, there is absolutely no coincidence in that. This is Gaia and higher intelligence. You can call it the universe, you can call it God, you can call it Jesus, you can call it Archangel. It doesn't matter what you call it, really. It's the same energy, because all of them, all of these deities, they are in the holistic perspective. This is what we're talking about every single day here. And when you truly get that it's just an energy, you don't get caught in arguing with someone else if someone else calls it something else. Hello? Like what? Like, this is how we're so the same across cultures. This is the only thing that actually unites us, is this connection to the energetic truth, is what we call it. It doesn't mean that everyone has it all figured out yet. But that is the possibility when more and more people are connected and see this reality truly for how it is, and are working on connecting with their body. Because once you do that, you are taking your responsibility to anchor light here. Light is not some arbitrary thing, some magic numbers. Light is information. Light is knowledge. Light is more awareness of what's going on so that you can make smarter decisions. It's not just some energy, fairy tale. Like there's been so much indoctrination with the mind that spirituality is like a fairy tale. It's not real, and it's sort of like in the energy world for the body. There needs to be some training and some maneuvering to get that back online. Because it couldn't be further from the truth. But if you have that sort of, generationally, then you have some cleaning to do. And it really doesn't matter what you have studied. If you have studied yoga, spirituality, and you have practiced for many, 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 many years, however many, is usually just how well the ego wants to be right because it has studied, usually. There is an alignment that goes past any kind of mental constructs. And it is how are you bringing through your energy? How much are you filtering? How much are you pretending or convincing? Because yes, you are that, because you have Sometimes that can be the thing for you to work on to inject. That could be the thing. It all depends on what the energy balance you have as a soul with your body. Is your soul coming through at all? Are you even paying attention to what your soul signals are? Higher intelligence and all of that? Like when they're actually speaking to you? Like when they're like this. This is Gaia showing you on the outside of you. It is an outside thing. That there is you can bring that inside. So that that energy that produced that doesn't have to come there, out there to show you things. Although it will in the beginning, if it doesn't come through to you properly, it can come out there. But also a lot of other things can come out there. So you have to be embodied in order to feel. In order for your engine to truly start. Because it is your body with your energy that actually does something here, that actually makes stuff happen. Not just to please someone or adhere to some demand or whatever the situation is between people, but to make sure that you are the master of your time, for example. There are many things. Don't let people just take your time. No. We are deciding what we're going to do with our time. There's no one else's business than ours. You know? Because we have frequency to maintain, and if you just allow people to interrupt, that's you not valuing your time. So then that becomes the muscle to inject. Alright? It's all about this. Boundaries with people that don't get it. Simple. And not everyone will get it. That's just the way it is. And we are working personally with the body, with relationship. We have gone through a little bit of cycles when it comes to that. Because we're in a new place, our body, the feeler, our feeler, Kenneth, was very hopeful that we're going to meet some people that were on the same wavelength. So far, we haven't. At least not to our knowledge. Right? Because it could be our perspective that is hindering them to be presented as well. That's possible. Right? It usually goes hand in hand because there is a mirrored effect here. When we change our perspective on the inside, other things can happen on the outside. That's the game that we're on. We are internally focused to truly feel what's going on in the body when certain situations happen, and make sure that we are feeling through that. And so we felt a lot of disappointment because we came with an open heart, right? We were showing who we are. And then we saw, oh, can't show that, oh, okay, And so we closed a little bit, you know, and we got a little bit disappointed, a little bit hurt. The body needed to cry because the body, what that does, it's reconnecting the soul with the body. because the body had feelings of what happened here. Perhaps it wasn't seen, it wasn't validated, it was just brushed over, whatever the thing is. But the body needs to go through those feelings in order to get to the other side. And on the other side is multiple steps. Sometimes there is a big realization, sometimes there are small increments. And this is how you grow in consciousness. We are channeling every single day to course correct and to land more energy. And if you wish, you can join all of our 28-day shifters to shift in consciousness. When you start to land your soul deeper into the body, and you start to go through that process of actually getting to know your body, not what you were supposed to and you were taught and all of that crap. Let's just call it for what it is. Indoctrination is not fun, because that has to be processed, right? It has to be corrected in, no, it's not this, it's more like this, it's more like that, in the mind. And once you have the right operating system sort of in line, there is more energy flowing through. That's what that does. Correct perspective, you get upgraded. Literally. It's a literal thing. You receive more energy. You are more like a battery or more of like a light bulb, we would say, that glows more. The more in alignment that you are, the more you protect your energy, which is that light that goes through your body. That is how you make sure that your light is flowing through you. And for that, it's not just peace, love and light always, right? Because many beings have twisted perceptions in their brain, and so they're trying to get their way in sneaky ways that they're not even consciously aware of. But if you're connected to your feeler, your body, you can feel that. You can feel that people are saying one thing, and what's going on with the body is a whole different story. And that is a mismatch, and you can feel that. But only if you have corrected your own mismatch. Otherwise you can't feel that. You can't comprehend it unless you have done that. And that is what we are practicing every single day. And the level that we're on now, because there is no point pretending. There's no point for me to pretend that we're further along than what we are. It doesn't help anyone. Anyone that pretends to be further along than they are, they're just trying to pretend so that you think good of them. You need to think good of you. I need to think good of me. I need to operate my system so that I feel good and I know when I do the correct thing, so that I don't need some mommy replacement or daddy replacement out there to dictate, oh yes, you're such a good boy, you're such a good girl, right? These are subtle, that they can creep into your later years. Many beings don't even get out of these in a lifetime, and they have to come back and do it again. It's a fun ride, so for sure souls want to do it again. But sometimes you forget what the game is. That's what we're here to remind you. What the game actually is, that you came for as a soul. So that's the game that we're on. To get into this alignment. Because once we are in this alignment, and more of us are operating like this, then we respect each other much more if we start to be open and honest with one another. Truly authentic with one another. So that there is no games anymore. And it starts with your immediate family. Sometimes, or friends. Sometimes you just need to say some things so that you clear the energy. Not just to lash out at someone, but that you do it from a place that actually cares about the other person. That's what's healing. It's not healing to just lash out. It seems healing because it's relieving in the moment, but that just pings right back at you. It doesn't matter what situation you do it in. If you keep doing a certain frequency through your body, that's going to come back. It's just how it works. So if you're pretending and doing these kind of like catharsis and sometimes it's good. Sometimes you need some of that. Sometimes you need some to push the energies out. So everything has its place. But don't get stuck in blame to others. Because if you do that, you're completely off the map. It's like looking at the mirror and blaming yourself. That's really energetically what you're doing. So, this is the game that we're all on. And it's very easy to fall for the allure of things, but this is the training. Training to pull your energy back, pull it back. If you have habits of seeking out there, just pull it back. Start to inject your own plans. What are you doing with your life? You should have a full day of fun. And that is also how work is supposed to feel. When you receive what God wants you to do, it's a lot of fun. It will definitely challenge you, but it's also a lot of fun. You see? And that's what it's about. It is about this growing in consciousness to become more. Regardless of what business or what thing you're in, this is an alignment that will enhance everything that you do. If you are a yogi or a Reiki master, whatever modality that you have picked yourself, once you get this balance, because this is a practical thing, it can't be faked. You're not going to get a diploma, physical diploma from us. You're going to get it spiritually from Gaia when you do this alignment. When you do actually do the things that we're saying, because we know that it leads there. We've been there many times, and then we've fallen off many times, and we've gotten back on many times as well. It's not something that you just get one time and then that's the ego. The ego sort of has these things. We're here to teach you the truth of how to ascend with Gaia. This has been one of those really well-kept secrets. And boy, have they done a good job to try and hide the actual thing that moves the needle. But once you're connected, you're connected. You see the whole game. And that's what we wish for you too. So that you know how to align your frequency. And it's sort of like an emergent. And you will feel like you are going through a transformation continuously. Don't think that you know who you are. If you have made up your mind and you have lots of diplomas, you might have some attachments. You see? That's really what those are. They lead to that. They lead to attachments, to stories that maybe it serves you. And that's good. Keep them if it serves you. But if it hinders you from moving to the next level, we would reconsider. Consider another perspective about what this reality is actually about. We're sending you so much blessings, and we're looking forward to talking to you again in another time. Take care. Ciao.